Hey guys, Ron here. How you guys doing? Here's my face here. How you guys doing? I had a great time networking yesterday. I hope some of you guys got to see the replays and what was going on. Blake, hey, good to see you again. Blake, what state are you from? Let me know. I'm just curious. Jenny, glad to see you back again. What state are you from? So here's the deal. I just set up 2 new Twitter accounts. Well, one of them wasn't. I didn't set it up. EVP, thanks for coming on. One of the Twitter accounts I didn't set up. The other Twitter account I did set up. That other Twitter account is at Minnesota Homes 1. At Minnesota Homes 1. I hope you can take a chance to, Blake, thanks for coming back on. So guys, I'm going to do another Periscope on this, but we just ramped up my Periscope, I'm sorry, my cell phone plan for 30 gigs. 30 gigs. It's because I was doing up to almost 1 gig a day. That is not a cheap data plan, guys, by the way. So here's the thing. I'm in Minneapolis Uptown right now. Set up, connected with somebody on the My Recovery thing. I'm helping them out build up their Periscope and their live audience on Twitter as well. We got the Twitter thing set up with Periscope. And then I also just set up my new Twitter things. I'm like, that's really slick. That works really nice. So I now have 3 Periscope accounts. I'm sorry, 1 Periscope app and 3 Twitter accounts. MYCH, thanks for coming in. And the good news is I'm able to literally go to log out and I can tap between accounts and just say connect into Twitter. It's really that simple. And so theoretically I could do 10 or 20 of these. So just for different audiences. I use different hashtags. Different ad mentions and stuff. So the one looking for people in Minnesota, you don't have to be in Minnesota, but if you're in Minnesota and specifically if you like hashtags of real estate, credit repair, real estate investing, buying and fixing and flipping homes, if you like cash flow, real estate seminars, any of that kind of stuff, those kind of hashtags, that would be a good channel to follow. I want to give some of my real estate advice on there, and that's at Minnesota Homes 1. Here's why I did that. I would identify myself more as a Minnesota real estate investor guy at minnesotainvestors.com for a lot of years. I would identify myself as that guy. Just read every book I could and went to all the seminars and networked with everyone I could, and I just really identified with the real estate investing and stuff. And that was kind of my thing up until 2008, and I've stuck around the marketing part of it. And since 2008, since that whole real estate thing happened, I've kind of wanted to redesign a new system and a new foundation and just stick close to home to what I believe in. And the marketing is really what I believe in, and relationships I believe in, those are long term. And even when real estate went away, the relationships are still here. So it just made me say, but it's really tough to get in touch with people, I mean, we're like kind of micromanaging relationships nowadays, and everybody's so busy. And I said, there's got to be a better way to do it. So, people try to do that with Twitter, and they try to do it with Facebook, and they try to do it with email, and they try to do it with all these different internet things. But it's a minute here and 10 seconds there and all that kind of stuff. And I just feel like the real-time environment of Periscope lends itself to allow people to build relationships. And as you guys get to know me more and more context, you kind of tell me where you're from and tell me a little bit about yourself. And then this becomes kind of a tribe, and we all are part of a group here. So having said that, I have the 3 different Twitter accounts. I may add more in the future. This one is just my main account for now. The direction I'm going in is BCW, thanks for coming on, helping people with Periscopes, helping people scale and monetize relationships. I run into that a lot on a day-to-day basis. You get a bunch of people together, or you network or whatever, and one thing I've learned over networking with thousands of people over the years, I don't do it the same way as network marketers do and stuff, but one thing I've learned is when you network with people, the way it used to work in real estate especially is, BCW, thanks for coming on, they used to just be like, people were just so excited to get together. We're so excited. We got to get together and we got to network and I got something I need to talk to you about, and I have something I need to talk to you about. But as you got in the business longer, you realize both people just wanted to pitch each other. That's all they wanted to do. So the one guy said, well, it's worth my time because I get to pitch you. And then the other guy's thinking, well, it's worth my time because I get to pitch you. It's like, well, that's kind of a waste of everybody's time if it's not a perfect fit. And the truth, everybody figured out how to do that hundreds more times on Facebook and everything else. And they just figured out how to do it faster to more people. And that doesn't really work either. So then the flip side of that is build long-term relationship. Well, here's where it gets tricky is like, it's really hard to build a relationship on Facebook if you don't know the people, like long-term. I think it is. I think a lot of it comes from like meeting them in person. A lot of it just comes from meetups. You know, a lot of my friends came from meetups and real estate clubs and some of that kind of stuff. That's where a lot of it started, and that's where we just all met every month or whatever. And that's kind of what I'm talking about with the monetizing relationships. It's just more efficient. It's a business-to-business relationship. It can be personal too. You guys can find people in the area that you have things in common with. That's another thing you can do. But you know, I believe Periscope's a two-way street, and I believe it's real time. And you know, another thing too is like some of these people have some great ideas about internet and technology, and these YouTube videos are 2-3 years old. It's like, I'm not going to watch a 1-hour video on YouTube that's 3 years old about technology when look at how much has changed just in the last week with technology. I just saw an article that came out 2 days ago I shared with people and said Google Plus is considered a big colossal failure. It's all over Mashable and stuff. It's like they had 100 to 400 million people on there that they kind of forced into that site through the one login, and what, you know, that they couldn't gain any traction. So it just tells you that the metrics don't really mean anything anymore. What it's really about is attraction. Like, what is keeping people coming back? What is the platform that people are coming back on? And my stats are showing me that there's traction and people are coming back on Periscope, but they're also coming back on Facebook. No doubt about it. So, you know, Facebook's up to 1.49 billion people, and people are using it. You know, a lot of them are using it every day. So there's no doubt, but they're using it, in my opinion, in kind of a cloud storage kind of a way, where they're stopping by and just adding a couple comments and all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of how Foursquare was at one point. So that's nice. I think Periscope, you know, I'm noticing has a, you know, some of these guys jump on and the ratio is just a lot better, and there's a lot more comments, and we can all feel like we're like part of the same thing. So I just think it's really cool. Again, I want to do one more for you that just came on at Minnesota Homes 1, the number 1 at Minnesota Homes 1, and I think I put it in the headline. You guys that are either from Minnesota or like to follow real estate cash flow, real estate investing, flipping houses, real estate seminars, Minria, Ron LeGrand, any of that stuff. Looking forward to having you guys follow that, and I'll give you guys some good real estate tips that I've learned over the